can't kill my confidence. You think I give a fuck, that's what they do. You can't kill my confidence. You think I give a fuck, that's what they do. You can't kill my confidence. You think I give a fuck, that's what they tell me. All the fucks I ever gave.
Feel like Kobe, I'm like Jokic with the rock. You physically couldn't hold me, I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili, from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats. Circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? We ready. Been ready. I waited. My turn. On God. Held steady. I keep dropping back to back. I keep going if you let me. I've been sitting at the top, looking down at those who left me. Promise I'm not being petty. I'm the one they envy. Brody moving state to state, make $1 million out to send me. Plus I grinded from the start. I was stacking pennies. I might dip like Machiavelli. After the confetti. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? We ready. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? Who? We ready. Who?
How are we all doing, people? How are we? It is Wednesday once again, and we are here with AERS, and it is the No Assist Round 6, and it is, as from the title says, it is Australia. Now, before we get into Australia, you had to have been with us last week, where we seen one hell of a roller coaster race from the drivers, as well as a late safety car due to a coming together between Gotto and Polymac, which sent Gotto out of the race, and Polymac pretty much walk away with it, away from it. Only a yeah, I seen the reports, Grumpy. Don't you worry about that. Lot of incidents, as Grumpy just said in the chat. 14 reports. One initially seen Finley took off the win of the race to then have it reinstated once it was challenged. So Finley did end up taking the win after we are finished. Gotto racing again. But yeah, it was an absolutely brilliant race last week. Like I said, a very topsy-turvy, very roller coaster. Zandvoort can bring that out in races, and that late safety car really did throw things into the mix. We had Melwin and Silo stay out on hards. They were on 16-lap-old hard compounder tyres once the race re-exhumed on lap 35, which left Track Racer, who was sat in P3 on softs as well as the rest of the grid. He managed to get past Melwin on lap 35. I think it's going into turn 7, if I'm correct. It might be one less. It might be turn 6. But nonetheless, he managed to get past Melwin, was racing Silo. They were pretty much side by side from turn 1 on lap 36. But it all came to a head in that final chicane at Zandvoort, where, I mean, from what we seen, it looked like Silo didn't leave much space. Obviously, we didn't have all the angles, but I do believe that Silo did lose the position. So, yeah, get the PS plugged in. So yeah, was a very, very interesting race. But Finley still walked away, and so did SCI with the majority of the points, pretty much, extending that lead in that championship for SCI to be in such a dominant position. I think there's something like, I think it's about 41 points ahead of P2. Which I do believe is AMR. We'll have a look at that in a minute. We'll have a look at the championship in a minute. See who's what. We need to find out who's actually racing here this evening for who. So let's dive into that first, and let's see who is actually going to be taking to the track today, on behalf of their respective teams. So let's have a quick look. I'm on the wrong one. Need to get my face out the way. I always do this wrong. NA lineup. We know Gotto's in. I've spoke to him. So, AERT in the Alpine, as always, they have Naem and Gotto racing for this evening. SCI Drive on behalf of Mercedes. They have Volokongen and Snacks, I'm going to call him. RSC Drive for VCAB, and it is Pim Butenhaus and Ray. AMR, as we know, it is Ferrari, and it's Tico and Tiago. Tico does have a qualifying ban for this race, so he will start from the back. FRT Drive on behalf of Red Bull, and it's Dawid and Quantum. BRC, it's McLaren, and they've got Danilo and Persona in racing for them this evening. VNT Drive on behalf of Williams, and it's Melwin. Again, had another great race last week. Can he continue this really good run of form that he's been having recently and pull off another good result for VNT? IRT Drive on behalf of Aston Martin, and it's Nick and RM28. For Haas, it is OMB, and it's Schumacher and Elias. And then AMS Drive on behalf of Kick Sauber, it's Eric and Callum driving for them. And as we all know, it is Albert Park, it is Australia, and let's have a look at the most important facts, and then we'll have a quick look at the championship, and we will get moving. So the first Grand Prix was held back in 1996 at Albert Park. The actual first Grand Prix held in Australia was at Adelaide back in 1985. The track length is 5.278 kilometres, with the lap record held by Charles Leclerc, which he set back in 2024, which is a 1 minute 19.813. Most pole positions goes to Lewis Hamilton, with Michael Schumacher taking the plaudits for most wins. Your pull run to turbo on braking point is 271 metres, but that turns 1 and 2 can be very, very tricky to navigate, especially side by side. We could see some action in lap 1, maybe people going for some overtakes, so we'll keep a close eye on that once we get under race conditions. The safety car probability is around 67%, with the virtual safety car probability being exactly the same, 67%. Your pit stop time loss here at the circuit is 19.3 seconds. That includes a 2.5 second stationary stop. There are 14 corners with 4 DRS zones here at the circuit. We all know where they are. You've got the start-finish straight between turns 2 and 3, and then it's between turns 8 and 9, and then 10 and 11. They have added one in the new regulations, so the map that I'm looking at the minute is the new regulations. I do have the old one. Thank you very much, Grumpy. But yeah, they have added a straight line mode zone in between turns 5 and 6, which I think is quite short. I mean, the run between turns 5 and 6 isn't the longest, and having that deployment right there, especially when it comes to league racing, I think is going to cause quite a bit of havoc, because that turn 6 is a very fast one, and if you're anything but, and your nose is on the rear wheel of the driver in front of you, you're going to cause a lot of trouble. And you do see drivers trying that. So I think with these new regulations, and especially adding that, as we say, straight mode zone, could cause a few more accidents in league racing, maybe cause a few more safety cars. But yeah, that is the Albert Circuit. Let's have a look at the championship. Let's see if I push the button. Let's have a look at that. Finished work. So yeah, Finley got obviously P1, P2. See, I can't see this because it's fucking tiny on my screen for some weird reason. Oh, there we go. Quantum got P2. We've got Track Racer P3, but I think Track's going to be... It's going to be a bitter one for Track. That I think Track, obviously, I think he more than deserved the race win. Then we got Otzo in at P4 for AMR. AMR had a good result, as well as, ART, but SCI just keep bringing home them points, as I say, and that's why they are so dominant. I mean, Silo dropped to P6 due to, I think it was the coming together with a Track Racer. Let's get back to the chat. I haven't been ignoring anybody. How you doing, bro? Yeah, I'm very well, J-Lad. I hope you are well too, brother. Hope you are well too. But yeah, that's the top 10 from the Netherlands. Let's have a look at the Constructors' Championship between the teams. And as you can see, SCI topping the charts. And they have, quite a bit of a lead there. It's some 42 points to AMR. So AMR really do need a result here tonight. I think the rest of the teams are going to be hoping that SCI slip up at this one. And, people can start breaking into the points, the points lead that they do have. But as you can see, it's quite spaced out between the top three. VNT look like they've pretty much got, P3. They're in and around P3, but anything can change. Getting ready to not set a lap again. You better set a lap. Get on the mediums. You'll be right. You'll set a lap then. That's what you missed last week, Gotto, that medium run. That medium run in quali, that's what you missed. That's what sets you up all the time, bro. But then as we get down the teams, it does get a bit closer. RSC are going to be hoping for a result here today. They need that result to help the confidence, if anything. They're 162 points off the top. And they're they're only 20 points behind AMS, but let's see how they do. And I'm very, very well, Gotto. How are you doing, sir? How are you? So let's move in. Let me get onto the game. Let me get my track map. Let me get everything sorted, and then we will move into the lobby. We've got 3 minutes to go. We've got plenty of time. Good to hear it, Gotto. Good to hear it. My legend, my goal. We've got 2 of the legends in the house this evening. We've got Bina, who is 40 today. Everybody wish Bina a happy birthday in the chat. She is one of the OGs here at the commentator channel. And I hope she has had an amazing day. And happy birthday, Bina. Happy birthday, darling. And tell Mr. Crew that said hi. Hope he is well. So let's get on to the game. Happy birthday, being a well played, Gotto. I've got an error code for some reason. Oh, we're all good now. That must have been a while ago. League racing going on elsewhere this evening. Got a few of the lads that have commentated on over my years racing elsewhere. Best of luck to them. Big Razza just gone live. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to this one. Again, it's been an interesting one to see, like, especially with like the standard of drivers. Let me get into the game. I do apologise about that. Left you all behind. But yeah, it's been interesting to see like who comes out on top. Obviously, we've had the consistent people who've been up there. Melwin, you know, we've seen AMS Knight have some good races. We've seen Quantum, Trap Racer. I think his first appearance was it Silverstone. Did 2 laps. I think got P3 in quali. You know, there's some really good drivers. Got Jay in the chat. We've got Jay as well. Got Jay Matthews. Good evening, Jay. How are we doing, sir? But yeah, it's just been so interesting to see, like, because you really do have to think on your feet when you're driving at this kind of level, and not on your feet, but on your seat. The undercut, whether it's going to pay off at the circuit, you know, this, that, and the other. They really do have to think about a lot to be racing in it, especially when Silo's on the track. And I mean, Silo did have that moment, but he had one hell of a race around Zandvoort. The pace that guy has got is absolutely ridiculous. Started near the back, I think it was P18 or P19, and managed to get. He could. I think for Silo and Melvin last week, it's like they should have pitted, because everybody else took that chance. I don't think anybody would have stayed out if they'd have pitted. Because the pace of Silo and Melvin in that race was, you know, it was absolutely brilliant. So I think they kind of missed a trick on that one. I mean, Silo showed some, strong pace. Even on 17-lap-old hard compound tyres, he was still able to fight Trap Racer right till that final chicane. Was side by side all the way with him. So it shows that, you know, the kind of talent that Silo has, especially when you've got a guy who's on, what, 2-lap-old soft compound tyres compared to him, where it's 17-lap-old hard. Shows he's a talented kid. Shows he's a talented kid. But we're moving on, and it's this week, and it's Australia. I mean, how do we all feel about the first race of the actual F1 season? There. How do we all feel the racing went? I mean, Mercedes looked strong, but Ferrari off the start were absolutely, yeah, sorry, Grumpy. Sorry, I always forget that. Ferrari off the start was something else. I mean, if Hamilton and Leclerc could have just done that little bit better in qualifying, little bit better, they would have been leading, but not for long. Obviously, Mercedes had the pace to probably win it from the get-go, but I think they could have put up a bit more of a fight and had a good scrap. But it was an interesting racing to see where the battery deployment was being used, whether they were using it in them zones. As I said, like, with the straight mold zone now, adding one extra zone into the track between turns 5 and 6. I mean, that's a pretty sketchy place, I think, to be putting one, if I do say so myself, with it being such a pull time predictions. Grumpy, I am... Oh my God, here we go, Smeggy. Hiya, voila! There we go. But streams. Smeggy. Smeggy is in the house. I haven't seen him race. Like, I don't know where he's. Yes, Swifty. What street reach? Swifty is currently on a 5-stream streak. Go on, Swifty, lad. Go on, Swifty. He's in TRL. I'll have to have a look. Oh, and we've got rain. We've got rain, people. In qualifying. Is it going to stay around for the race? Team telemetry doesn't work, so I wouldn't know. I wish it did, but it really doesn't. I wonder if any of the drivers are in the chat. Can they let us know whether we have rain for the foreseeable, or is it going to dry up? Can someone find that out for me? He loves the rain. Oh, I mean, some people get. I mean, I'm personally quicker in wet conditions than I am in dry conditions. 5-stream streak. Let's go. Exactly. Oh, Smeggy as well. Sorry, Smeggy. I missed that there, bro. Go on, Smeggy, lad. Everybody must be loving the stream since they're coming back, but you can tell people are really taking the time here coming out. AMRT Code does have a qualifying ban. That's why you do see him retiring from the session. He does have that quali ban. Let's get on with the Haas driver. Where is it? Where's the other Haas? Oh, it's at the top. Oh, my God. No, it's Schumacher. I thought it was Schumacher. There we go, Schumacher. Sorry, people. Lost that then. So here we have OMB Schumacher in the Haas. On the inters, as we do have wet conditions here at the circuit. Not a clue. Bestie Mip P1. Let's go. Predictions coming in the chat. I mean, that track looks dry. It doesn't even look like it's raining anymore. And it's not. It's dried up. That's a dry track. Sorry, I think these intermediates. Oh no, there we go. We're seeing a bit in the sector 2. It didn't look like it was raining through sector 1 and midway through sector 2. That's when we see the rain start to kick in. That was very bizarre. Nah, it's not wet. You can see the rain every now and again, but that's a. It looks like a dry track, that. I mean, it could feel, it'll probably feel completely different. But for me, I might be risking a set of mediums, Gotto. But here we go with Schumacher through turns 1 and 2 on the rundown to turn 3. And there will be no DRS. This will be pure race pace and ERS usage throughout the lap to see who goes on top. Go on board, then it will look there. Look, it still looks dry. I mean, oh, that was a bad corner for Schumacher. But I wouldn't say it looks. That's like right on the cusp. Okay, here we go. Hiya. Yes, that's right. It just looks so down the middle. That it looks like it could be dries, it could be inters. It's what you prefer, I think. Preference. But yeah, it might get wetter as the session goes on. But Schumacher now through turn 13, through 14 he goes, and it's the blast down to the start finishing line. It's so into, says Swifty. Go on, Swifty. A 128.103 for ONB Schumacher. Everybody, I think we got SCI across the line with Snacks And it is a 125.191, some 3 seconds quicker than Schumacher. And it's SCI up on top. Voller, higher Voller, and VNT sneaking in there. Leon with a 125.053. Good time there from Leon. As Melwin, we've seen it time and time again. Melwin up on that top spot. Let's look at the VCAB of RSC, and it is Bestie Mip. As Gotto P4, come on lad! What I'm talking about, but it's Mip round the final corner. Looks like a bit of contact with the wall on the exit, but it's to the start finishing line, and it's a 125.663. He puts himself P7, and then he's immediately shot down to P8. But Gotto's done it this week, people. He's put a time on the board. He's put a time on the board. Come on, lad. Is this going to be a finished lap? Nope, it's into the pits for the OMB driver. Let's have a look at Quantum in the Red Bull. Quantum purples at 47.952 for the Sector 2 split. Gotto with 1 hour practice. Come on, Gotto. So here we go. With Quantum, just a couple of corners to go away for the Red Bull driver. Has he done enough to get in the top 5 on his first run of the evening? He is round the final corner. It's power down to the start finishing line, and here he comes. It's a 124.703. It's Quantum to the top, but there's not much splitting him and Melwin, but Quantum regardless gets on that top spot. Ref, he's got a toe. Are we saying off the Alpine there? Because I think there was an Alpine in front of him. Higher Volakongen. There we go. He's down in P12 at the minute. He's in the pit lane. So we're on board with Nick for IRT. Higher Voller. And Nick is up by nearly 3.5 tenths of a second. And that's an invalidation. Just took too much risk on the exit and paid for it with an invalidated lap. And let's see if the great man that everybody's talking about every time he races can put it on that top spot. Can he knock Quantum off that top spot? Or is it just going to be too much for Higher Voller? FRT going to be happy with this result so far, having Quantum on that top step. VNT obviously know that Melwin can do well in and around that top spot, so anything can happen with Melwin, but another podium, he's just picking them up week in, week out. As we've got AMS Eric to the top, the track is ramping up, people. It's a 124.698. Then we got NXT, it's McLaren, hang on, it's BRC, President, oh my God, we'll call him Pred. There we go. No, let's not call him Pred, let's just call him NXT. But here we go. We've got SCI back on the top step with Snacks with a 124.145. Can his teammate go quicker? Higher Voller. Everybody. This guy's got some following, I'm telling you. Oscar and Botti, thank you very much for the follows. Massively appreciated. Welcome in to this round 6 here at AERS. And we are on board with Volakongen. And he's up by nearly 7 tenths of a second. He needs more. He needs quite a bit more if he wants to knock his teammate off that top spot. And he's up by nearly a second. Oh, that was so close to being invalid. I mean, that almost looked invalid. Volakongen. That's what I said. I thought that's how I pronounced it, but we'll roll with it. No, G. Not. It's my accent. Volakongen. Jen. So Vola did not complete a lap there. Right, Smeggy, we have this. Kongen. Volakongen. He doesn't need to improve. Volakongen. There you go. Everybody trying to teach me how to say just one guy's name. Volakongen. Whoa, Callum. Go on, lad. Callum to the top step. Annihilating the previous quickest lap there by nearly half a second. Don't be daft, commentator. What do you mean, don't be daft? I'm concentrating on the track anyway. Here we go. Let's have a jump on board. Let's have a look at Mulder. Mulder for IRT. Upper Gotto. Oh yeah, Gotto, where is he? He's coming to the line. What's Gotto got in his back pocket? It's the top spot for now. Provisional pole goes to Gotto with a 1:23 pretty much dead. The track is getting quicker and quicker and quicker. Who is gonna come out on top? We have to watch him every Gotto. Yee. Thank you for the follow, Oscar. Cheers, buddy. Oh, I've already said that about him. Can we spectate him? What, like that? Is that how you want to watch? We'll go on board with Volakongen. If I botch it, I botch it. I really don't care anymore. And let's see how he handles this circuit. 5 minutes left in qualifying. This has gotta be it for him. He's probably got time for another run. If he hasn't, he's out on the softs as well. So dry conditions here now. Who can make it work? Can Volakongen put it on the top set? Your pronunciation gets worse. I try to make it. It's because of my accent. I try. I'm just going to call him Kong in a minute. Ooh, bad exit. Bad exit out of turn 4. Call him Kong, it's easy. King Kongan. Everybody mesmerised at this beautiful lap here as we get Nick to the top spot with a 121.420. It's going to be interesting to see who walks away with that top spot. Is it going to be Kongan? He's in the pits again. He's got time. He's got time. But we'll have to see him across the line. Let's have a look at Melwin. Melwin trying to improve. Turn 4 still looking sketchy for a few drivers. The exit just not dry enough. Driver's struggling to get in that power down. Just not loves the screen time ball. I'm glad he loves it. But we're on board with VNT Melvin looking to improve. Oh, that's a big mistake there. Just turned in well too early. Back end stepped out. Couldn't catch it. And are you allowed to do that? As we get Leon for VNT. He jumps to the top spot. As we've got Leon also going sideways. Report him. A reset to track. I've not seen one of them for a while. Nat M for AERT up in at P3. AERT having a good result here. Gotto on an outlap. Who is going to get the top spot? Everybody loves getting them clips. Two spins in one clip by the same team. So, let's change camera. Let's change camera. So, Gotto's going to be the first to put that final run in of the evening. Can he beat VNT Leon, who currently holds the quickest lap with a 120.244? We'll find out now as Gotto rounds turn 14. And it's going to be his final run of the evening. Here we go. On board with, well, not on board with him. Watching Gotto put in his final run of the evening. Here comes turn 1. It's pretty clean. Turn 2, very much on the line there. The track limits. He's getting reported like ASAP. Probably having to reset to track. And Gotto's backed out the lap. Backed out the lap. Turn 4 seems to be the... no, somebody else is getting screen time. I'm sorry, we can't just watch Voller because you all love him. Well, that's unfortunate. We're going to give somebody else a shot on the limelight. I mean, Quantum had some pretty decent pace, but it's down in P12. The track was ramping up massively. Okay. We've not seen Snack yet, so we'll go on with Snack. And Gotto's an OG. Do not disrespect Gotto's name in this chat and that chat. He's one of my OGs. Ooh, McLaren nearly lost his front wing. There's just no pleasing you lot at all. Oh, there's an Aston Martin there, really trying to get on with it. Some people are not going to complete laps here. This is going to be an absolute mess of a start. And I think all of these are going to get in trouble. Getting tolls. Yeah, let's have a look a bit further on. We'll not watch that mistake. Where is he? Down at P18. There he is. Come on, Voller. Yeah, he's away from that cluster. Absolutely F. Let's go, Voller. Let's go. As Danpin for BRC out of nowhere. Didn't have a great race last time out, but he's put it on the top. Is he going to remain there? We've got Mip who just pips him with a 118.145. Is it going to be Voller on that top step? His teammate's going to have a torrid time of getting to the top. Gotto with a 117. Thiago with a 117.795. Is Voller going to beat it? It's the power down. It's to the start finishing line. Voller goes in To the top, Voller with a... No, Schumacher does him! Schumacher across the line. Gets Voller. And puts Owen... No, Snacks gets it. Puts SCI on the top spot. And there's not much splitting Schumacher and Snacks there. That was so close. Thought Schumacher had it for a second there. Thought Snack wouldn't have improved in that little train. But what a result there for ONB. I think we've all come to expect an SCI driver to be in and around near the top spot, but Schumacher pulling one out of the bag there, splitting the Mercedes team of SCI. So Snacks is on the top, Schumacher P2. We got Voller in at P3, Thiago 4, Nick in at 5, Gotto P6, come on lad. Mip is 7, RWO6 in at 8, Dampin in at 9, Leon is 10, Naem 11, Eli in at 12, AMS Callum 13, NXT in at 14, Eric 15, Quantum 16, Melwin 17, Melwin down in P17, that's... Damn. Why would I straight line a vegetable? Melwin's going to cause a load of reports. So it looks like we have nothing but clear weather for this race. And it's a bit of a shock to see Melwin so far down. If I'm completely honest, he's been having absolutely stellar races. And to see him so far down is a bit of a shock, to be honest, people. Bit of a shock. I don't think so. Usually we've started by now if there'd be a restart. And he will get angry. Let's hope not. Yeah, I think if they restart Oscar, there's usually been one by now. So I don't think we're going to be restarting. We did have one last week, but I think it was due to an unfair penalty that was issued to a driver during qualifying. Well, it is going to cook this start. I tell you, I mean, he played the strategy in behind Melwin at Silverstone Reverse. Could have absolutely dominated it, I think, but yeah, he did a really good race. P1 before turn 1. Bold prediction, Oscar, but we'll watch out for it. We'll watch out for it. 100%. Hey, Kai, does that have both spins in it? From, is it the VNT boys in the Williams, yeah? Because they weren't far apart. They literally weren't far apart. Yes, Wards, how's it going, bro? Nice to see you in the chat. How you been? When's your ass getting back in that Ferrari? 100% as Mel wins. Good. So, round 6, AERS, Australia, 5 red lights, and we are underway. Is Oscar's prediction going to come true? Is Voller going to be in the lead? But he's not in the lead, but he's up into P2. As the grid has been absolutely messed about there. But it's Snacks in the lead with Schumacher regaining P2 in front of Voller. Always ghosted and decent. Yeah. We always get a bit of that. So there we go. Grid reforming. Mip's out. And we've got a virtual safety car. Mip has looks like he's crashed it in between turns 5 and 6, just on the exit of turn 5. So Mip RSC not going to be happy with that. Not going to be happy at all. So we are under virtual safety car conditions here in lap 1. Oh, that crack for nothing. That's what it comes down to sometimes. Been there in races where you put the effort in, put the time in, and you don't even. Some people don't even make it through turn 1. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. So Snacks with a good start. Schumacher lost P2 off the start, but Voller ended up giving it him back. It seems Gotto's had a good start. He's gained a position. He's in behind Thiago. You can see him there coming down the start-finish straight. Still under virtual safety car conditions. Oh, no way. So a ghosting issue caused the demise of MIP and the RSC driver. They are not going to be happy with that. But we're back under race conditions now. Snack got a good start there. Schumacher able to stay within range. Stay within DRS range. Virtual safety car already. Does that spell danger for the rest of this race? Let's hope not. Let's keep our fingers crossed for a nice clean race moving forward. We've got Nick into the pit lane. He has been in. I wonder whether the collision was with Nick and he's had to pit for a new wing. But Schumacher having a really good race here in between the SCI drivers. I think if you were a betting man, you would definitely put your money on SCI to win this championship. The performances, as you know, throughout the season so far have been very, very good. I mean, a driver on the top step last week as we get followed with the fastest lap, and then Ellie comes in with a 120.589 down in P7. The other OMB driver getting the fastest lap there. Let's have a quick look. A bit of it. She is out. She's kind of in a bit of no man's land there. Dan Pincat, oh, just flows back up. So they are managing to stay within DRS, but very much on the cusp of losing DRS is Ellie. Where's Melwin? Melwin down in P18. Not been able to make any moves this race. He is on the hard compounded tyres. Let's have a look at the tyres while we get going. Is a mixture. Red Bull gone bold. The FRT going really bold with their drivers, going on the soft compounded tyres as we get side-by-side action from NATM and NXT, and it's now turning into a three-way battle with Melwin getting involved. Melwin trying to hold the inside line. Clean move there from three drivers going through one corner. Absolutely brilliant driving there from those racers, showing respect, allowing the space. And now Melwin, up into P16 after a very, very nice battle there through the final sector. But yeah, I mean, FRT really bold here with the strategy, going on to the softs. Are they looking for a very, very big undercut with these softs and trying to hold on to the race between the pair? Strategies now starting to show off. But there's only a couple of drivers on the hards. We've got AMS Callum, we've got Tico, we've got Melwin, and we've got Nick. Nick obviously having to go on to the hards early. Did start on the mediums, but has now had to pit and move onto the hard compounded tyres. Nothing changed up front, nothing really changing. Damping has just lost a bit of time from the top 7. Now outside the DRS range, nearly a 2-second gap splitting Damping from P7. And that is the ONB driver of Elliott in at P7. But they're all kind of stuck now. This is where the DRS train really does start to show. And it all becomes about strategy. Whether you're going to try the overcut, or are you going to try the undercut? That is now the question for the teams. And I think if you're a betting man, FRT are definitely trying the undercut, being on those softs. And we've already got one of the drivers into the pits. Dawid already on lap, at the end of lap 4, dives into the pits and puts on a set of hard compound tyres. Oh, as RWO6 there, really clattering the wall. Was it RWO6? No, it was Ellie really pushing the boundaries, really trying to attack RWO6, but just not got the pace. DRS train once again kicking in, and Elliot just has to sit in behind for another lap. But it looks like they do have the pace. Good exit here. This could be side-by-side action going into turn 11. The OMB driver just not close enough there to get the move done on the RSC driver. Hard what coach. Nah, they're definitely. I think they'll definitely be in the pits again. Hiya! As we now move into lap 6, and Snack still leads from Schumacher, from Congen, Thiago, then Gottel, then RWO6, Elliott, Leon. Damping. Leon's actually managed to get past Damping. That will be due to DRS. We got Tom with the follow. Thank you very much, sir. Welcome in as we are on round 6 of the Australian Grand Prix here at AERC. Hiya! As we get Bobby in the chat. How we doing? But yeah, Schumacher now dropping outside. Oh, just managed to get the DRS there. I think has made a mistake on the lap, and Snack really tried taking advantage of it, but Schumacher did manage to get back that DRS. I think Snack just had a bit of a moment out of turn 10. As we get Melwin with a 3-second time penalty. He is pushing that Williams so hard. He's picking up time penalties, something that we're not used to seeing. But he is trying to move up the grid. Since we last jumped up, both of him, he's gained 2 positions. But he has the honour of being the first driver here at the Albert Park circuit to be the first one to pick up a 3-second time penalty. We've got Vamos Thiago in the chat. Yeah, P4, Vamos. So Thiago doing well, holding his own. Could definitely get a podium. Tico. Where is Tico? Tico down in P12, currently in a battle with the Aston Martin of IRT. Mulder, side by side. They go, there's contact, and that's Tico around. I don't think that was the Aston Martin driver's fault. I think they just lost it on the exit of turn 4. Tried to catch it, but Tico was just there, and it just clipped his car. I don't think there was pretty much a passenger there, Tico, in that incident. We've got AMS in at P10 and 11. Eric in at P10 currently is on the hard compounder tyres, and now the hards must be coming into their own as he has the pace. He will have the grip as well to be able to get past his teammate there. Teammate didn't make it hard. AMS need as many points as they can here at Albert Park. Higher. So Eric not making it a hard job for his teammate to get past. Still no action up at the top. They all stay as they are as they make their way down to turn 3 and through 4 they go once again. It'll be interesting to see the grip advantage Callum has against the drivers in front. And he's just not going to be able to close the gap. There's a 4-second gap now between Danpin and P7. It's just a tall order, and has a bit of a whiff of a safety car needing to help Danpin to get back into this race to try and go for a better position. But we move on through lap 8, and Callum still it's just not been able to really make any moves after his teammate. Teammate seems to be struggling a bit more as we get Melvin having a little look, trying to worry the AMS driver there into making a mistake, but he held his own, did Eric. Stay composed. and managed to keep Melwin at bay for at least this lap. As they now round the corner. Oh, that's it! AMS Callum putting his foot down too much. That is massive damage. Well, not massive. He lost his front left end plate there. He was making strides. He was making moves. His tyres were coming into their own. And he loses it on the exit of turn 14. Too much power on the exit. Couldn't catch it. And that's a kiss to the wall for AMS Callum. More like a face plant, but safety car would be nice. Safety car would definitely be nice at this stage. Would really mix things up. But let's not jinx the drivers. Let's continue on. As we get SCI Daniel in the chat. How are we doing, sir? Well done, Callum, says Wards. Yeah, let's throw W's in the chat for Callum. Come on, let's see the W's in the chat for Callum. First driver to kiss the wall. Face plant the wall, should we say. And now we've got movement in the pit lane. RW06 into the pits. And it gets the braking done very well there. No time penalty for him, but RW06 trying to go for an undercut. I feel on the drivers in front of him, moves onto the hard compounder tyres. Voller win. I mean, he's still in P3, but we have seen this from Voller previously. Like I said, reverse Silverstone. Voller showed no interest in that first stint of going past Melwin until it got to the pit stop phase. Now we're potentially in that pit stop phase. Are we going to see Voller try and push it? Try and go for the move on Schumacher. But one of the SCI boys is going to have to stay out that lap longer. And I feel with his pace, it could be Voller. But, I mean, Snacks is looking no slouch. I mean, Snacks doing some really strong pace here. I mean, with you lot in the chat, the Voller fans, you're probably saying Voller's the #1 driver. And Snacks is this second driver. But I think Snacks is doing a very, very good job here out of the pair of them. Stayed composed. It is Voller into the pits. Voller in early. Gotto follows him in as well. So it's all starting to kick off with the pit stops. Let's jump on board with, who was it, RW06 as he rounds the final corner. Has he managed to get the undercut on Gotto? I think that is a solid no there. Oh, he hasn't. RW06. Oh, Gotto actually stayed out. Sorry, not Gotto. Oh, he did. He managed to get it on Voller, so he does manage to get it. And look at FRT. FRT now P12, P13, and they are in front of Voller, who was P3 before he pitted. Going for the undercut, but I really do feel they're going to have to pit again. As we get Lauren in the chat, VNT social experiment of how mentally crazy you can make drivers. Go on, Lauren. Gotto doing very well. Gotto doing very, very well indeed. He stayed out to stick with the top three, but he's 2 seconds off the back of the top two. He's just got Elliott in behind him. And it's going to be into the pit lane for Gotto, joining Schumacher and Snacks. Now, let's see where RW06 comes. He will definitely come out in the lead. Hiya! Yes, Silo. It's going to be a running theme, this. I have to say hiya every race. Even when Voller's not here. So RW06 technically, no, it's RW06 theoretically P1 now with FRT. David Voller has already dispatched of where's the other Red Bull driver? Where's he gone? Is he in the pits? Yeah, Quantum. Down in P10, Quantum's being passed pretty quick here by these drivers that are on fresher tyres. Shows the advantage that they have. Dawid team orders. Definitely team orders. So foggy right now. There he is. As now we got Elliot, Melwin. Oh no, Elliot into the pits. And VNT Leon also into the pits. Melwin will move into the lead of the race. But he is on a 12 lap old hard compounder tyres as well as Tico. Tico some 1.2 seconds back off the back of Melwin, but is looking to close the gap. Is looking to get within DRS range of Melwin, which I think could benefit them both, if anything, if they can swap under DRS. You know, they are losing time to the drivers in behind them, but they can minimize it by getting that DRS, pulling each other along. This is where, you know, you really do have to become like teammates in a sense. Higher, Silo. There you go. But Melwin does carry that 3-second time penalty. We're on lap 13 here of 29. And RW06 theoretically P1 at this moment in time, with the man who led the race from the beginning right behind him on much fresher tyres. Oh no, Voller, who was P3, sorry, in behind RW06. And only 1 lap difference between the pair, but that 1 lap can be massive at the end of the race. It could have given him that just that little bit of an advantage going into that final lap. And look at that, we've got Snacks trying to go for the move on Thiago, having a little look, but nothing showing for the SCI driver. And it shows, you know, through watching these races between these drivers, as Thiago's just had to do a really late lunge there, like to defend almost from Snacks. Snacks is coming through and he's got the move done on Thiago. Thiago just couldn't do anything there. Snack just absolutely dominant through that part of the circuit, really kept the Mercedes on rails and made that move stick. And now he looks to put Dawid under pressure. Can he get another move done? Here he goes, the pace is looking strong from Snacks. He's got the inside line. Is Dawid going to back out? He does, but Thiago's trying to follow through. Not literally, but follow Snacks through. Yeah, he's so thuggy. But he is looking strong. RW06 defending with his life from Voller. He knows the King's in behind him. And he is having to defend massively. This is Voller's opportunity. Can he try and get the move done into turn 1? I think RW06 has been saved by the DRS there. And look at these two. They're a full pit stop distance behind RW06, both Melwin and Tico. I tell you what, a safety car would save both their races right now. As we get VNT Leon with a 117.950, picking up the fastest lap of the race so far. But Leon lap 15, still got that. There's still time for that to change. And everybody just trying to defend RW06. I tell you what, he wants past here. He needs to find a little zone where he can have Voller and Snacks in behind these two drivers, so he can build a gap, try and... He has just had to back out of... really slam on the brakes there. Has RW06 to, you know, stay out the rear diffuser of Melwin. As Melwin now trying to hold on to the position. He really is defending. He's got 2 cars to defend. Well, there's contact. He's just got no grip compared to the other drivers through these corners. And look at how it's stacking up. They lead 2 by 2 into the final corner. We've got contact between Snacks and Schumacher. Schumacher now trying to make the move. He's having a look. Schumacher under pressure from Thiago. But this is turning into a hectic race. Melwin and Tico are really, really spicing this race up. Melwin trying to hold on to the position. RWO6 sends it down the inside. Has he got the move done? Little bit of contact with Melvin on the exit, which almost pushes Melvin out of the way and welcomes SCI through. And I'm sure that is not what RWO6 planned when he made that move. I think he was hoping that Melvin would stay stuck in behind him and allow him a little bit of breathing space to Snacks. Snacks has also managed to get past his teammate, back up into position, and Snacks, he is going for it. He's not holding back. There's big contact between the pair. Snacks trying to hold on to the position. RWO6 was defending like a lion there. This race is really spicing up the DRS souls. We've got defense in the background. There's late braking. And that's Vollen nearly taking out the Haas driver of Schumacher. Oh my God, somebody get me some oxygen. Or just tell the drivers to take a fucking breather for a lap. Jesus. I mean, Tico, through all of this, has managed to just break away and have like a 1.7 second gap to all the people battling in behind him. But if he was going to get a safety car, it should have been that last lap or the lap before, because that was manic. The battling has kind of settled down now. Gottles in P7 right on the rear diffuser of Thiago. 1 lap difference between the pair there. Melvin missing his break point. Well. Josh, send me the Euro Millions numbers, because every time you make a prediction, this is what happens. I need them Euro Millions numbers. Oh, Josh. It's every week. Every week. He hits the nail on the head. That gap didn't last for long with Tico with the battling. Now it's settled down. RWO6 really closing up to the back of Tico. Is this the lap that Tico pits? It is. Tico into the pit lane. And now we see RWO6 lead the race. SCI double DNF. No joke. No joke. I mean, I think Voller knows that Snacks has got the pace here compared to him. I'm not saying that Voller is slow in any sense of the word, but Snacks does look like he has the pace advantage here at Albert Park. What, for the championship, Josh? RSC about to punch a driving like this. Wow, RSC, the B cab. RWO6. Let's hope he don't punch it. Snacks has gone for the lead of the race, the side by side through turn 12. No, this is turn 12. I do apologise. And RWO6 contacts with Snacks. The Voller looking to take advantage of that contact, but RWO6 defends the position. There's Nick with the 3-second time penalty. All ball. Good guy. But RWO6 with the defense. Snack just looks like he's here to absolutely dominate this race. He has pulled off some brilliant moves. There's Naim with the 3-second time penalty now as well. Penalties starting to roll in. Pro Ultra telling him to do that. RWO6 3-second time penalty, and that sees him off the podium. That's going to be the podium taken away from him regardless. And could see Schumacher quantum now with the 3-second time penalty as well. Higher RWO6. And we've got a bit of battling going on a bit further back. VNT, Leon get past IRT as Dawid as well. Also getting the move done on Melvin. As Melvin still got damage, that was an easy move for Dawid there. As Melvin under pressure from Quantum. And Quantum gets the move done. Little bit of contact on the exit there. Yes, Liam, how's it going? VNT, our driver. As Tico with the fastest lap now, 117.413. He is on brand new mediums. Is the one stop going to work, or is it the two stop strategy that's going to pay off? We've got the top 10 all within DRS range. VNT Leon trying to close it up. All that battling, you know, really did close up the pack. Think back to before the safety car. Damping was 4 seconds back. 4 seconds adrift from the top 7. Oh, hang on. NXT is 4 seconds back. Right. Ignore what I said. Ignore it all. Ignore the lot. Yeah, NXT down in P8. He's got that 4 second gap to Elliott, who's in at P7, right behind Goto. Goto having an absolutely brilliant race here for AERT. But yeah, this has been, we've had that moment, and it'll all start to kick off near the end of the race. Lap 27, 28, 29. Expect it to get spicy, as it always does. Hi, Tiago up in P5. Doing very well is Tiago. BRC rising. Yeah. So, AMR having a good race so far with a driver in the top 5. SCI having the best result though so far. They've just had the run of luck this season, I think, and they've got a very, very talented driver stack of, like, obviously Snacks has jumped in, Boller's jumped in, we've got Finley, we've got, you know, Silo as well. It's just, you know, manic, mental. The class of drivers that are in that, you know, in that team shows that they attract talent. Oh, as we've got a yellow. Oh, I thought he was going to get another late safety car then. Have a really spicy final few laps, but we've got Quantum getting past IRT. And now I'm sure his these are going to have to work together. FRT, the strategy just hasn't worked for him, has it, today? Going for the 2 stops, started on the softs, and have chosen 2 sets of hard compound tyres since, and it's just not paid off from him. I mean, why didn't they finish on the mediums? Watching these comps, knowing we're going to see one anyway. Yes, look at the ego there from Liam. Go on, lad. I think I've done comms on Ryzen, you know. I think I remember seeing him race. Pretty decent race, though. So we move into lap 23 now as they come across the line, and it's Snack still leading with Voller in at P2, managing to get past RW06 and demoting to P3. Schumacher in at P4, but Schumacher needs to gain a position if he wants to be back where he started this race, which was on the podium. I was rising, commentator. I'm sure. Epic Vale? Is that Epic Vale? I'm sure I've done comms on you before. The name rings a bell massively. Don't know where, but I'm 100% sure I've done comms on you before. Yo, chill, Snack. He's having... Albert Park has just been his playground so far. I mean, there's 6 laps to go. I don't want to jinx him or anything, giving the commentator's curse, but he has made Albert Park his own personal playground here this evening. He has driven such a stellar race and has had a great teammate in behind him that's known that he's got the pace, known that he's got the advantage here, and has allowed him just to race his own race out in front and pretty much defend from RW06 and Schumacher, which I'm sure Schumacher's going to make a late charge and try and go for that podium. He has to. He did an absolutely smashing job in qualifying against Schumacher, and I mean a brilliant job. Splitting the SCI, boys. Brilliant. Yeah, GG's watching the screen. But he's doing well, doing very, very well. Let's not jinx him. Let's get off him. Let's have a look a bit further down. See if there's any more action. We've got VNC Leon very close to the back of Dampin. Is he going to look to make a move? And there's big contact once again. We see it late on in the races, trying to make these late moves. And big contacts between Dampin and VNC Leon. Are we going to see frustration spill out between these two? I'm not even going to try and hazard a guess who was at fault there. But VNC and Leon looked quick. Dampin looked to defend, and I think it just caught Leon out. Big moment. Big moment. As now Natem is feeling the pressure from the fresher tyres of Quantum. And she looks to defend. Dampin just holding her up a little bit there. Dampin looking very slow. I think it's due to wing damage now on the McLaren, and it is. You can see that front right end plate missing. Natem defending with everything here, trying to hold on to that P13. We'll have the DRS on Dampin, and should be an easy move for Nat as they go around the outside. And there's still Dampin just staying in there. How that didn't lead to an accident then, I don't know. But there's more contact. Dampin just losing positions. And FRT Dawid feeling the brunt of it, getting knocked about a bit there by Dampin. But look at the gap between these. AMS Eric in at P8, Ellie's P7, and there is a 7.5 second gap between them. We cannot say that, then otherwise SCI will try. Oh, I'll leave you all to it if you're having a bitch amongst yourselves. Or put your handbags away. But lap 26, and Gatto has stunned everybody by being in the position that he's in after not the greatest of races last week. Crashed out, causing a safety car. Doing well so far though. P6, I'm sure he'll be happy with the result. Started P6, he'll finish P6. Hopefully. But Schumacher showing some really good pace here on the back of RW06. 2-lap tyre difference between them. Can Schumacher reclaim that podium position? Even my dad knows. Oh, that's cold, Liam. Even my dad knows. Go on. I'm not getting involved in it, but that was a good one. So here we go. couple of laps to go. And SCI have put on such a dominant performance so far. And the best of the rest has been, I mean, RW06 tried pushing it. He's got that 3-second time penalty. Schumacher, I tell you what, has had a blinding race. Let's not take nothing away from him. He's had a brilliant race. He might not get the podium in behind the SCI boys, but nonetheless, I think he's got to be my driver of the day. He's done really, really well. Snacks has shown, I mean, Snacks is the out-and-out king of Albert Park. He's been absolutely dominant from start to finish. There's been no question who has turned this track into their own personal playground, because it has been Snacks. But Schumacher's put on a really good drive and fully deserves this P4 position. Fully deserves a podium in my book, but let's see if he can get it. RW06 is struggling to stay within DRS range of the front two. Trying to look for any gaps closing up in the background, but nothing where it would have a sniff of maybe an overtake. There is Dawid trying to attack Leon down for P11. Let's have a look at that. Dawid right on the rear diffuser of Leon. Much fresher tyres. But I tell you what, people, we're going to go on board with Snacks for that final lap. See if Voller tries stealing the win away from him. Or is he going to be the honourable teammate and just accept a P2? Let's jump on board with Snack as he now rounds at turn 13. And he's going to round the penultimate, the final corner for the second to last time here this evening. And let's enjoy the final lap on board with Snacks, who's, like I said, he's had such a great race. Enjoy, people, as we go round Albert Park this one final time. Hiya! RW06 is struggling to stay within DRS range. You can see him. Could that be the opportunity that Schumacher needs to reclaim the podium position? Is Voller going to try and have a sneaky little look? Let's have a look. Let's see if he tries closing the gap to his teammate. Sounds like he's back at bottom with another 3-second time penalty. And I tell you what, people, it's been one hell of a drive from this gentleman this evening. Snack has looked dominant from start to finish. Albert Park has been his own personal playground where he's done overtakes, he's driven side by side, he's gone for them late lunges, and he's going to come round the final time here at the Australian Grand Prix, and he's going to win once for SCI. And what a drive it was from Snacks. Voller getting P2. Schumacher does get P3, and a well-deserved P3 for Schumacher there. Thiago P4. Gotto gets P5. Gotto with the P5. RW06 has... don't know what's... oh, 3-second time penalty has promoted everybody up a position there. As we get Young Swift with a follow. Thank you very much, Young, for the follow. Massively appreciated. But Gotto, you legend, P5, go on, son. That's what I'm talking about. AERT, come on. VNC Melwin with the fastest lap. Well, he had to do something, didn't he, lads? He had to do something. AERT Grace. Hey, I'm an AERT boy, man. I'm the AERT commentator. I've got to big up the lads. I've got to big up the lads. So easy, Oliver. How you doing, mate? And SCI once again on the top, on the podium. And this week is Snacks taking the top spot with the king, the mighty Voller, accepting a P2 here at the Australian Grand Prix. OMB have got to be so proud of their driver here this evening, walking away with a podium. Great drive for them. Good luck, stewards. Yeah, best of luck. Lauren with the drive-by there on Oliver. But there we go. Your race winner is Snack. Fastest lap goes to Melwin. Driver of the day, FRT Dawid. And most overtakes goes to Tico. Hello, sunshine. The earth says hello. But yeah, absolutely brilliant result there. Brilliant, brilliant result. BNT hate watch. Go on, Lauren, darling. Right, so let's have a chat with y'all. We got, boys, you did indeed. What another race we were treated to this week. Full of action, full of overtakes, full of a bit of everything that you could want, really, to be honest. And snacks. I mean, I've said it a couple of times now, but Gotto, love you too, bro. Love you too, and it's a pleasure, as always. You know how much I love this, doing this. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. But yeah, that is been one hell of a race. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening at AERS. It's been an absolutely brilliant race. Some moments, I think the stewards might be a bit busy with some of the contact. I don't think they might not be as busy as Sandford, but let's hope for Grumpy's sake and the steward's sake that it's not too bad. But once again, thank you so much for everybody that joins this stream, that watches it, that takes part in the chat. It is massively appreciated, both from me and I'm sure Grumpy and the rest of the team. You know, all of you tuning in to watch these races week in, week out. We massively appreciate it, especially me, obviously, with the follows as well. You know, thank you so much. Honestly, lads, it does mean a hell of, lads and lasses, it does mean a hell of a lot to me as a commentator to see you all coming back and getting involved in the chat. So massively appreciated. But yeah, we move on. That's Australia in the history books, and Snack's name is at the top of it. We move to next week, people. Thank you so much again for joining me. Thank you to all the drivers that took part. Without them, we do not have anything. So take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll see you next Wednesday for some more AERS. Take care, people. Good night. Ooh.